Hello YouTubers, Neil Barras here again with Ethanol One, and I'd like to show you a little bit of evidence of the patents which have been pending since June the 15th, 2009. And here is the priority date of June the 15th, 2009. This is an international application. The international publication date was the 23rd of December 2010. Now, coincidentally, I believe this was the same date that the royal wedding was announced. Nevertheless, it's pending in near every country in the world, and this would be evidence of that. A PCT, this is the international application published under the PCT Cooperation Treaty. This is the plant, and the title is Production of Ethanol Alcohol Fuel from Organic Matter by Recycle Fermentation Process. And the abstract reads, the invention relates to the production of ethanol alcohol fuel with calcium carbonates and fertilizer as byproducts. Organic matter, including fruit and vegetable rinds, tops and husks, are fermented, sometimes in the presence of sugars and yeast. Within 5 to 14 days, the ethanol alcohol and all juices produced are removed and distilled, and the husks are recycled for an additional fermentation cycle. The fermentation cycle is repeated for a total of 7 times. The remaining organic matter is dried and used to produce organic fertilizer and organic livestock feed. This is a copy of the money order just sent very recently to the Director of Patent and Trademarks in the United States in U.S. funds, sent by UPS. There's the parcel shipping order for December the 6th, and the receipt signed by myself. Nevertheless, this is for entry into the national phase. Now, as I've said earlier, I've been suppressed, severely suppressed from entering into the national phase. In fact, held in prison for 7 months to prevent me from doing so. This is the plant that I have designed. On top you'll see solar panels for steam generation and power the plant. Level 1 is the ethanol distillation level. This is 3 meters in height, which is about 9-10 feet. The processing level on level 2 for sizing, drying, packaging of the byproducts, which would include a feed and fertilizer. Now, this is the depository vessel that I have designed for a local pickup from the general public, and that is the size of a parking stall, and to be picked up on a roll-off chassis. This is the original still, drafted as you see it in the commercial, and the international search. This is the communication from WIPO generated to tell me that it is the second and final notice to move ahead in these countries. You'll notice that the United States is here, and the priority date is June 15th, 2009. The international filing date was March 2010, done with my tax return, and I am the inventor, and the applicant, and the common representative. And as I said, it is to move ahead in almost every aspect of the world to bring the people back to work. God bless the people. These are some of the claims, most of which were only added to get the people back to work. There's a number of claims. However, we did stumble onto production of ethanol alcohol from the ocean without desalinization. As well, one of the large pieces in here was power generation from ethanol alcohol in in the aspect of turbines, the implementation of a door-to-door recycle plan for feedstock as laid out in Claim 95. Now, the development of ethanol-fueled hydrogen and oxygen-supported rockets and jet turbine engines for space and aeronautical use. Claim 95 lists all of the organic matter in English and in Latin. It can be used to make ethanol alcohol, and it in fact goes on 4 pages. My favorite one is the last one. You're going to like it. I'll show it with you. Anyways, it's kind of gave me a chuckle because my name's Neil, and it's a kumquat, and the Latin term for it is what I find comical, because it was the last one that I stumbled onto. But it is genus Fortunella. What a coincidence. Nevertheless, like I say, these claims were written to put the people back to work. They're everything I knew. But this is another very good one. Deposition of feedstock as laid out in Claim 95 into vacant wells and or caverns, with or without additives, for the purpose of future reprocessing. Because from every pound of organic matter, I make a pound of fuel by reprocessing that organic matter, which means if I put 500 million tons of organic matter into the ground, one day down the road I can pull 500 million tons of fuel out of that very well. Nevertheless, this is some of the patent that was put together. I like to share that with you, and we'll post that up on YouTube for the world to see, because I think it's very important. I have this is how much money I've got right now, and I think I got about 93 cents. So God bless you. Bear with me. I'm trying, but I'm not getting a lot of help. So again, there's lots of money here. I'm just not allowed to touch it, apparently, as much as I've asked. Oh, one more thing I want to share with you. This is the Quran, and it's pretty small. I don't want to be rude, but Muhammad was a camel jockey, and he got all of his teachings from the Jews and the Christians. Now, in comparison, this is a suppressed King James Version of the Holy Bible, and it is, well, we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll say it's 1/6 the size of the Quran, or 6 times the size. Now, this Bible has 1,190 pages. And the original King James Version, I believe, has 1,590. I could be wrong, but I think it's 1,590. So there's a large portion of the Bible that's been removed, so that the general public really don't know what has been written by our prophets in the past. Nevertheless, God bless you, and thank you for your time. And I'm not a religious guy, but God seems to think I am. So bear with me, and God bless you, and goodwill, and Merry Christmas.